So our next question is, find the difference between compound interest on 8,000 for 1.5 years at 10% per annum when compounded annually and semi-annually. Here semi-annually is nothing but half yearly. Okay, so first think about it, what you have to determine. That is, if your principal amount, look at the board, if your principal amount is here 8,000, you have to find out the differences of the maybe the amount of what? Annually and semi-annually. That means when the interest is calculated in the annually or in the interest is calculated semi-annually, you have to find out the difference of that amount you got. So first you have to determine in the annual when the interest is calculated annually. The case 1. Case 1 is what? We have to find it out when the interest is calculated annually. Our P here is what? 8,000. Our R here is what? 10% is our R equals to 10%. Then our time is here what? Time span is 1.5 years. So that means you cannot write in the compound interest formula, you cannot write down in that way like 1.5. You can't say, you can't determine. Okay, so what you have to do is very easy. First you have to determine the amount after 1 year, then you should go for the half. Okay, so after 1 year, what will be the case after 1 year? We know the formula P plus 1 by R by 100. This is the what? Formula of the amount after 1 year we have. So P here 8,000, 1 plus R here is what? 10 by 100. So 8,000 into 100 and 110, that means 110 by 100. So what we have? Simple, 8,800 rupees that you got after just 1 year. But here again the remaining 6 months or the half years is there. So what you will do for remaining 6 months or 1 year? And now this is the case, you can't say that like after when the 6 months, after 6 months your 10% rupees is 10% rate of interest is not constant, because for the next 6 months or the half semi-annual or the half yearly, your R must be changed. That is 10 by 2 equals to 5%. Because why? Because the bank calculated the rate of interest annually, but you want the interest or you want to determine the interest after just like 6 months. So that is why bank has to like half the rate of interest. This is what 10 by 2 equals to exactly 5%, and this 5% is calculated upon 8,800 rupees, you know, because this is the rule of compound interest. So again after 1 year and 1.5 year, what will be the amount that you have? 1 plus 5 by 100. So 8800 into 105 by 100. So 0000 cancel out. You have to find out the multiplication of 105 and 88. Simply you can do like this. I will tell you the shortcut of that multiplication because it will help you to reducing the time. It will 0 here 4 2 9. This is a part of Vedic math. You can do the cross multiplication without like in the short time span. So what will be? This is 9240 rupees is nothing but the after 1.5 year amount when it is calculated annually. So now we have to find out the amount what we got after if it is calculated semi-annually or the half-yearly manner. Okay, so for this purpose, what we need to do, simple. I already told you 1 year. In the case 2 is calculated half-yearly. In half-yearly means twice in a year. Twice in a year. Think about it. Twice in a year. So that means 1 year is actually considered 2 years, right? 1 year is actually considered 2 years. In the case of half yearly, you have to multiply by 2. So don't go there. Just think about it. 1, that means what? 3 by 2 here. So 3 by 2 you have to multiply by simply 2. Why? Because we are now calculating for the half yearly case. So only 3 years we have. That means 3 year means 3 times you calculated
interest. So if 1.5 year means what? There are 3 times possible, because when you are talking about half yearly, in between 1 year you have 2 times and then again 6 months for the 1, 2, 3. That means 3 times the interest is calculated. So that is why you have to take it 3 year instead of 1.5 year. So your n here is nothing but 3 year. Okay. So, but your rate of interest is now not 10%, it must be 5, because 10 must be divided by 2. So now what is our amount after 1.5 year? That is what? A is equals to, we have to put here principal, that is P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power n. In our case, n is equals to 3 year. So 8000, 1 plus, then R is here what? For 5 by 100 to the power cube, and then calculate it. It is easy. This is what? 800 into 105 by 100 into 105 by 100, again 105 by 100. So then 0 0 0 0 0. Then calculate, because it's very easy. So it is what? 21 here. We got 20, then again it is 21. So sorry, it is 2. Again it is 21. Again it is 20. There must be, okay. Then try to figure it out. Then 4. We have again cut it down 5, and then again 21. So we have 321. 21 into 21 into 21. So the cube of 21 is nothing but 9261. We will talk about the shortcut in the next content, how to calculate the square and cube in the shortcut method. So then now this 9261 rupees is the amount which you got after 1.5 year, when it is calculated semi-annually or half yearly, and we have already have the amount of what? 9240 rupees when it is calculated annually. We just have to find out the differences. So what is the differences? It is 9261 minus 9240. What you need to do is simply answer is 21 rupees. Thank you very much. Now I'm simply trying to do this in my copy. That is what in the case 1. In the case 1, your principal amount is what? 8,000. Your rate of interest is 10%. But what about your time? Actually, your time is 1.5 years, right? So 1.5 years means you can't directly determine for 1.5 year. First, what you need to do, you have to determine the amount for 1 year. Then P plus 1 by 10 plus 100 is equals to 8,000 into 1 plus 1 plus 10, again 1 plus 10 1 plus 10 by 100 is equals to 8,000 into 110 by 100, and the answer is 8800 rupees. Then this is for only 1 year you have calculated. You have to determine for again for half year now. So after 6 months or half year, what will be the case? The same thing. This is now your principal amount, but your rate of interest can't be 10. Your rate of interest must be 5, because we are talking about for 6 months. So in the case of 6 months, you have to divide your rate of interest by 2. So 8800, 1 plus 5 by 100, and the answer is simply 9240 rupees. Okay, this is a for I have done the case 1. Case 1 is when your when your interest is calculated in the annually, compounded annually. Now I am talking for the case 2 when it is semi-annually. For case 2, principal amount is same, your rate of interest is now equals to 10%, but when we are talking about half yearly, your rate of interest must be divided by 2 is equals to 5%. Now you have 1.5 year, right? Actually you have 1.5 year, so 1.5 year means 3/2 year. So this 3/2 year must be multiplied by 2 is equals to 3 year. Why this must be multiplied by 2? Because when we are talking about half yearly or semi annually, in 1 year you got interest 2 times, right? In 1 year you got interest 2 times, or the bank calculated twice in a year. So if it is a 3/2, you have to multiply by 2, so 3 years. So then your amount after half and 1.5 year, or the 3 year means here 3 times. Okay, so actually the time is what, half and 1.5 years, but when you are talking about half yearly, your time must be 3 year, your n must be 3. So amount equals to 8,000 into 1 plus 5 by 100, 1 plus 5 by 100 into to the power cube. So your answer is what, 9261. The calculation I already shown in the board. So your answer must, we have to subtract 9240 from 9261. That will be your answer, or the difference, and that is 9261 minus 9240 is equals to exactly 21 rupees. That is your answer. Thank you.